Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Play action now. Cousins.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Second and 10.
Here's Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
First down. Here's Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
K.J. Osborne, the one he was looking for.
And that'll bring up second down.
You look at this Carolina defense.
Well, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Here's second and 10.
Cousins again.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On third down, Cousins.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Panthers will take over now, first and 10.
Strike. Check. Strike. Check.
One of the Panthers' big off-season acquisitions. Here's Miles Sanders.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. The Panthers are 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come out here, winners of 3 straight.
Yeah, I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, display in that victory.
They won with a third-year man, Chuba Hubbard.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Young to throw it. And connecting here with DJ Sharp. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on first and 10.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball and get things done.
What a first down pickup of 8.
Again, like what you're seeing from this offense here in the first drive, a nice sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Good-looking drive so far for the Panthers with a first down here. If you're these receivers, you've got to be ready because if he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the off-season, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Young looks to throw on first down. And that'll be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Again, it's Young. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short yardage, Young. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Dean Lowry able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And that closed out quickly there as he gets it up only about the 17. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Now Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like the second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. Now Young. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. Running right, here's Sanders. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And some room to work. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as...
Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to extend their lead. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Throwing, Cousins. Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. On play action, Cousins. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Now a 2nd and 10. Cousins now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Up the middle, Nwangu. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Cousins. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
7 yards there and a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
First down, Young.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Young. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise on your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And there's a pretty play for Madison, who seems like a perfect fit for the Vikings. Obviously, Minnesota loves receivers who produce, and Addison, one of college's best and most productive receivers the last couple of seasons.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Let me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Oh, just a desperation heave there, and it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the interception, Young.
And now look at this. Big gain, but fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football.
And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. They looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start.
Should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be
offensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Young now. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready?
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now Young on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Here's Hall. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Okay, Frank.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
Hall to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for it.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big gain of 38 there on third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now it's Hall. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Now a throw here to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Throwing here is Hall. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down. Hall. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver. But a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And Raheem Blackshear now to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's got him past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Brian Asamoah making the play defensively, meeting him behind the line for a loss. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And Young's throw there incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Linval Joseph breaking free and dropping it.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Fielded just inside the 30. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's Madison running on 1st down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Back to throw, Hall.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly are running up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now Hall. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Joseph's got it, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Throwing, Young.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down, and he'll have it back plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
The play fake, now Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2.
Option right, Young. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And if you like deep... focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Here's Johnny Hacker now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback,
Here's a diving catch right side. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here's Hall.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 41. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Young's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen.
And he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Hurry!
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
It's Young off play action. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look...
They're trying to find Sharp, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings will take over. As they get it up to the 43-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
Cousins now.
This goes out wide from Madison.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
On 2nd down, here's the Longo.
And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They go play action. Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hawkinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 official.
Ready up. Jack rep. Jack. Ready.
Off the play fake, Young. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
10 cycles.
2nd down, Young. Checks this down to Hubbard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. It'll be Young again. Flushed out right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. A big play there for Minnesota. 43 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now Cousins. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it wants to target its backs through the air defensively. They're aware of that and certainly prepared on that throw.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Cousins again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin puts it on.
And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Hey, go
Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 13.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And the Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 27.
They go play action. Young.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
They'll get this underneath to Madison. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary 1st step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Come on, set.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
That throw by Young incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Cousins. He gets it to Addison. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. Third and 8 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, you need your best play here, no doubt. Fourth down and 8.
Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Again, it's Cousins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! Alexander Madison, a 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. This crowd, boy, in a state of shock. What was once safely in hand is now a tie game as the kick is away here.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Ultra.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Partner, Turner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Here comes second down. Young to throw.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Dean Lowry able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
A big play needed, no doubt. Third and long.
Eluding the pressure right.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be fourth down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And they will take over first and 10. Here's first and 10.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Here's first down.
Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Now Cousins.
They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. First and 10.
Cousins.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Another try, second and 10 now. Here's second down. Quickly to Addison here.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Tension building. Here's Greg Joseph.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And it'll be a fun time in the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win.